All right, finally. Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. 11:30 Pacific time now. Sorry for the technical difficulties here. We're live. Let me double check. Things are good here. I'll keep an eye on the chat here. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, it looks like we're live. All good. Can you hear me? Can you see me well? We were having some technical issues here later. Just finished like earlier today on Vimeo. But we're back. We're not live streaming. All right. Good. Cool. So let's get started. And I'll be watching here for the chat. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. My name is Demian Borba. I work on XD since the very beginning, since 2015. And yeah, it's good to chat with you guys again. It was super hard here to get this thing running. It looks like Vimeo is facing some issues, and today we're only streaming on Behance and YouTube, not Facebook. And today we have Gabrielle in San Francisco watching for questions as well. And anything that you guys need, feel free to ask. Again, this is an opportunity for you to ask questions, interact with the XD team. We have multiple streams pretty much every week. There's an amazing one on Fridays with Talon and the design team. We also have long live streams with real designers. Not saying that we're not real designers, but real designers focused on the craft, and that's really exciting. I have a couple of things to show here. The first one is, first of all, I need to introduce myself, right? Demian Borba on the XD team. My title is Strategic Development Manager. So I focus on working with you guys, the community, working with key customers to test a lot of the early work that we have for XD and then bring it all back to the team. So it's almost like checking the pulse of you, the customer, and then bringing all that feedback back to the team. All right, cool. Yeah, again, I'm really sorry for being late. I was fighting here with some technical difficulties here, but thanks God things are working. And again, let's get this thing started. The first thing I'd like to show is one thing that I did that tries to help people. We know that you are very busy and it's very hard for you to keep up with all the progress that XD is making. So if you're interested, I created this video. So if you go to bit.ly/XD and 5 minutes Windows, you can learn XD in under 5 minutes focused on Windows. And if you go to the Mac one, you can learn XD in under 5 minutes focused on Mac. So again, that was an attempt to help you digest all the great work that's being done by the XD team. We know it's hard. We know it's very hard for you to keep up with all that. All right, so that's the first thing I wanted to share, and we can paste those links there in the chat so you can get familiar with some of the new features that are there. All right, and today I'm going to do two things. First, I'll talk about some contests and challenges that we have, and also I'll do a sneak of our August release, XD number 11. Yeah, so it's 11. My God, it's every month since October last year, every month, new update, and now we're very close to seeing XD 11, our August release. And then we're going to talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. So feel free to ask questions here. I'm watching, and I'll be answering any questions. So far, I'm not seeing any. That's great. Cool. So first of all, let's talk about the sneak, right? So again, new update coming up very soon, XD11, and with it, we're gonna have a bunch of new features there. We're gonna have a bunch of new improvements into XD and new features in XD. But the first thing I want to show you is the ability to, in this case, not only publish design specs, so you can do your design, you can do your prototype, you can then share to get feedback, and then you can go here on the share, and you can publish design specs. And design specs is something that really helps you get the idea that was validated via XD finished and created. So here I'll create a design spec, and as you can see, you can say, okay, this is my mobile project. It's using the iOS preset, so it detected the artboard size, and I'll create a public link. I can also create a password protected link and also a private link that only people that have an invite via email can see. So I'll create a public link here, and this is there for a while. This is public for a while. I just want to show you what the process is. Cool. And then any developer here can now access this link and see all the measurements, all the colors that are used here, where they are used. So we know that developers like to use tools like Zeppelin, Avocode. They're great tools, but technically you can get all that information here in XD using design specs. And one thing that was made up until our August release, and this is the sneak, you could only get it by going here in XD and then file, export, and exporting the assets the way you want. So now let's say I want to make this little icon here ready for my developer, right? I don't want him to have access to XD because I don't know. I just want to provide to the layers panel that you can access. Then you click there, and then you can see it highlights the layer element there, and then you can just click on this little icon to mark it for export. You can also right click and say mark for batch export. Now that this is marked for export, I can go back, share, publish design specs. I will update the same link, and I don't know if you know, any developer that has access to this link, if I refresh this, we're not able to see everything like before, but you could also click here. Let me go back to that. You can see that asset is available here for the developer. So the developer can click here and then say, okay, I want to download this asset. Let me make sure this is visible to you guys. So I don't know if you can see here on the bottom right, as soon as I click here on assets, I can see the types of files that I can download here. So in this case, it detected it was an iOS project, so it gives you some presets. So if you pick SVG, you give SVG, PNG will give you some PNGs, and PDF will give you some PDFs. Let's say I pick PNG. I want that icon as a PNG. I download this icon. It's now downloading as a zip, and once this is finished, I will show you what I have there. So I have the three icons, 1x, 2x, and 3x. So again, the developer that had access to this link had access to assets marked for export as well. But let's say now the developer wants this arrow, but the designer needs to mark that for export. So as a developer, I can come here and say, hey designer, please mark this for export. And then you can pin. Again, this is the developer talking to the designer, pinning that pin there. Now it's there. As a designer, I'll get a notification. Then I can go back to my design and select that arrow and now mark it for export. Publish design specs. Now there are two assets, not only one, right? I marked two for export. And then I can refresh that page that I just added that comment, and I can see that now, where is that? I also have the arrow there available as a developer to download. Now I can download, let's say, SVG, and now that I have, I can say we can resolve this whole thread. So you can have conversations, so the designer can talk to the developer, mark things for export. And again, there are amazing tools there like Zeppelin, Avocode, but you don't need them if you're using design specs in XD. Now, after the August release of XD, you will be able to see measurements, see colors, all here, and extract assets. So let us know what you think of that feature. Play with it as soon as you have access to it. It's coming very soon, and we're really, really excited to get your feedback there. Let me see if I have any questions here. Color scheme. Hey, Eric. Eric is saying that we should make all assets available without a designer selecting it. That's a very tricky question. Ideally, that would be wonderful, but how would you know, for example, if the developer wants only this piece, or like something that's inside a vector that's composed by different pieces, or maybe the developer wants the entire thing here? So it's very hard to guess every single thing, especially as you work with vectors. Every little thing here is a piece, right? So if I select, for example, this, is it this or is it the entire thing with the box? How would you select that? So our validation, talking to you, the customer, showed that the designer needs to mark things. Hopefully that answers your question. Mike saying devs will love this. Wonderful. Thanks, Mike. All right. Yeah, so you can mark things for export. You can do all that very easily right from here in XD. And then if you use a web preset, you can get different presets there on the design spec. Again, so this is the expansion of the relationship right now. Designers can work with developers and have conversations, mark things for export, publish design specs, and then developers can download the assets and build the application right from it. Cool. Yeah, thanks, Eric, for the feedback there. Everything saying that, yeah, the designer can mark things for export. Yeah, that's ideally that's how it should be done. These are the icons. These are all the places that you have to all the assets you need. But then only if you need to, the developer needs to request something, he or she can use the commenting feature there, also available in design specs, to request for that. Hopefully that answers your question. All right, so that was the sneak. I hope you liked it. And now I'd like to talk about some challenges that we have. So two things. First, there is a challenge coming up, a regular XD challenge that will be posted on the Facebook page of XD. So facebook.com/Adobe XDCC. And this will be a challenge where we're gonna ask designers to design a screen or something like that. It's gonna be posted this week, and you just have to go through the challenge, design it, and next week we're gonna announce a winner, and the winner will take home a brand new MacBook Pro 13 inches and 1 year of CC all apps. So that's an amazing prize coming soon, so stay tuned. Check on facebook.com/Adobe XDCC. That's one. And there's another amazing challenge that we do that's I think easier for you to do and more exciting because there's a lot of people involved, called the XD Daily Creative Challenge. So we've done this a while back, and we're gonna do one again starting tomorrow. So at 8:30 Pacific time, we're gonna go live, and we're gonna expose the challenge, that daily challenge. It's gonna go until August 31st, and every day there will be a new challenge. Super exciting, and you can get a lot of help as you go through the challenge. So one thing that you can do is to learn more about the challenges is go to xd.adobelanding.com/daily-challenge, and we can post the link there. And you'll see all the previous challenges that we had, and maybe you can start practicing today, but tomorrow you can start also doing that. And then there's a Slack channel where you can post your progress and get feedback as you go through the challenge every day. And to join the Slack challenge, the Slack channel, you gotta go to bit.ly/joinxd Slack. There you can enter your email, follow the steps, and join the XD the XD community Slack channel. Very helpful. And then there's a channel, inside that channel there's a channel called design feedback, so hashtag design feedback, and then you can post your progress there, and people can comment, people can help you evolve your designs, your prototypes, and then you can improve as a designer. So again, this is a daily challenge that will help you practice your design skills, and I think this is an amazing opportunity. So stay tuned. This one restarts tomorrow at 8:30 Pacific time. Again, go to xd.adobelanding.com/daily-challenge to learn more about previous challenges and what to do. And make sure you join the Slack channel, the community Slack channel, and we have a bunch of people from Adobe there also trying to help you, trying to improve your craft, and also like get feedback on XD, right? So if you have any questions, any issues, you can go there and help us get there. Cool. Adriano is saying, he's from Brazil. Hey, Adriano. So that's he's asking about why Brazil is not included on the first challenge that I mentioned, where there's a prize involved. There are some limitations with how we can get prizes into certain countries and all that. So Brazil is unfortunate. I'm from Brazil originally, so we and we're trying every month. We're trying to solve that and make sure things happen, and we can solve those almost like it's law, right? We don't want to break the law. We want to do things right, and there are rules for every country that we try to learn and improve to get more people involved. We would love to have people all over the world, but the honest answer is that we're still trying to get certain countries added to that. So that's the previous challenge. Hopefully, hope you can understand that challenge. All right, but again, I would like to invite everyone all over the world to join the XD Daily Creative Challenge. It's amazing. It's an opportunity to practice your craft and get feedback as you go through the challenge. So again, go there and cannot wait to talk to you. I'll be there on Slack as well to talk to you. All right, and the last thing I want to talk about is we saw a sneak, we saw videos to learn XD in under 5 minutes for Mac and Windows, and we heard about the challenges. And also the last thing I want to talk about is that if you have any feedback on XD, of course you can ask questions here about roadmap, about challenges you're having there, feature requests. But if you have feature requests and you want to subscribe to that feature, you can go to adobexd.uservoice.com. There I can show you that it's an amazing website, adobexd.uservoice.com. Here you can not only file bugs, but you can see all feature requests. You can add your own feature requests, and as soon as you vote on something, you subscribe to that feature, and as soon as the product team changes the status, let's say from feature in the backlog to feature started, you get a notification. Sometimes we need more information, then we can, for example, this one has almost 300 comments. There's a lot of progress in all these areas. For example, this one, responsive resizing, is something that we are working on, and if you want to participate there, you can actually add your comments, how you want it to work, and vote on the feature to subscribe to it and stay in touch with us. I think this is the first time that Adobe is really connected with the community, and we're trying to not only listen but also have you like helping us create the tool that you can love. And every month there's a new update. Again, very soon we're gonna have our August update. Next week I'll be back and I will show all the features that are gonna be released. But in the meantime, you saw a sneak. Make sure you give us feedback and do the challenges. I'll be there watching for all the challenges. So that's it. Let me check if there's any other questions here. Clara, oi Clara, brasileira também. All right, let me see if I have questions here on this chat. We got all the questions there. Let's see. Hey guys. Yeah, we didn't go live on Facebook this time because of technical difficulties. but we're gonna be there next week. Browser and log in with your account, you can see all the prototypes that you created. I just created this one and design specs, and you can copy this, you can open, you can also delete, so you can revoke that. I hope that answers your question, Simon. All right, I think that's it. Any other questions before I finish this? I think that's it. Let me check here if there are any questions. When I did the 5-minute videos, it was mostly to kind of compress a lot of features that we are releasing every month into 5 minutes. So we know your time is super valuable and we don't want you to waste time. It's super hard for you to stop. So that was the attempt on Mac and Windows. And I talk about mobile a little bit, but the mobile app is pretty simple. You can download the mobile app from the iOS store or Google Play Store. It's free. It's a companion app. Then you can, if you're running a Mac, you can connect via USB cable and get real-time preview. We're working on that feature for Windows. It's almost there. And then if you want your, let's say, your documents, multiple documents available, you can place your files inside Creative Cloud files. It's almost like Dropbox. And then once they're there in your Creative Cloud files, you can open the mobile app and you can go to documents and you can search for them, you can open them, you can load them, and you can also make them available for offline use. So let's say you want to do some user testing, you can make that available for offline use, and then you can do user testing. When you have your prototype running here on mobile, you can long press to browse artboards and let's say reset your user testing session or go to a specific artboard. You can also share the current screen as an image and go from there. So that's the mobile scenario there for XD. And again, if you have feedback on mobile, please let us know. There's another question here. What can you tell us about responsive design in the August update, about which Andrews did a small GIF sneak peek? Oh, Andrew. Yeah, so we are working on this feature called responsive resize. I'm not going to say anything in detail here, but we are looking at it for almost 10 months, if not more, and we're gonna have more news about it very soon. So I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna love it. We're working with a couple customers to validate that, and it's looking really positive. Also, there's another question here. The assets downloading specs is the only feature in the August update? No, there's a lot more features coming. I just did one sneak, and that was asset extraction in design specs, but there are more features coming in August. All right, I think we're good. No more questions. It looks good. I think that's it. Let me just double check. I have two here. So I was asking about micro interactions. We are working on that. And we're making progress there. Stay tuned. More to come. Again, this question mentioned that Andrew Shorten posted some sneaks. So if you want to see a couple of things that are coming later, not in August, but later, you can follow him on Twitter. And micro interactions is there, responsive resize is there, and you can learn more about that. I can get an idea of where things are going there. And I think the team can post the link to the chat. All right, and I think that's it. All right, guys, so thank you very, very much for your time, for all the questions. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties and starting late, but next week we're going to hopefully get things right, and we'll start sharp at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And again, make sure you join the XD Daily Creative Challenge starting tomorrow. Practice, get there, give us feedback, join the Slack channel. And we're going to have live streams. Make sure you also check the one on Friday with Talon and the design team, an amazing stream there. And that's it, guys. It was great chatting with you. And let's chat again next week. Have a great week, and bye.